The Kings Court at Safeco Field in Seattle. They're charged up for another happy Felix night as Felix Hernandez takes the mound against the surging Angels here. So we welcome you to Mariners baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. Another lovely night here in Seattle. So watch the big guy at work, 10-5 with a 3.02 ERA. Looking to get this Mariner ball club cranking. See if they can get him some run support too. First pitch to Johnny Giavotella. It's up high for ball one. Angels have won their last 5, outscoring opponents 46-12. This one hit into the Kings Court for strike one. Added to his night. Already fired up being in the Kings Court. Now he's got a souvenir. Foul ball. Giavotella with a game-winning RBI in yesterday's 3-2 win at Colorado. Angels did not take batting practice. They had a 2.5-hour rain delay in that game in Denver yesterday. They don't get to Seattle till about 4 a.m. By the time they got to their hotels, about 5. And Mike, we've been there, done that.
Well, and you're more likely to not take batting practice when you've won 5 in a row, 9 out of the last 10. It's a hot club right now. So the Mariners have their work cut out for them.
Right now, Rockies going through another rain delay. It's already up to 90 minutes. Big storms blowing out of the Rockies heading east. Kings Court in good voice tonight. 1-2 to Giavotella. Ball 2. Home plate umpires Jordan Baker, Bill Miller's at first, Doug Eddings at second, and Andy Fletcher at third. Fouled off. Jordan Baker, one of the taller umpires we have in a game. I remember when he was here last year, 6'6".
Pretty good fastball from Felix at 93 miles an hour on the outside corner. He's been averaging about 92 miles an hour this year with his fastball. Of course, we know about the great changeup. Mixing his curveball in a little bit more. And there's one right there.
Popped it up, and Lomo's got an easy play. One out. Take a look at the rest of the batting order for the Angels.
For manager Mike Scioscia, following Giavotella, it will be Cole Calhoun. Then Mike Trout, 24 home runs on the year for Trout. Albert Pujols in his career against Seattle, 269 hitter with 12 home runs. That comes in 67 games. Ibar, Joyce, and then Crone, the DH, will bat 7th. Perez and Featherston round out the 9 for the Angels. For Felix on the year, again looking for his 11th win. Already 110 and a third for him. 106 strikeouts to only 33 walks. Opponents hitting just 215 against Felix.
Breaking ball to Cole Calhoun, strike one.
As you look at the Angels lineup, it's the man on deck that you have to worry about against Felix. 345 average with 3 home runs. Felix has handled the rest of the lineup without much problem.
Calhoun behind 0-2. 1 for 23 career against Felix.
And a great changeup right there. 89 miles an hour right on the outside corner at the knees.
78 degrees, wind out of the west at 2. Pitch to Calhoun. Puts it in play. Down the line. Extra bases. He can run. Seth Smith gets it back in. 15th double for Calhoun. 1 out, 1 on.
Take a look at the defense playing behind Felix, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Seth Smith in left field. Ackley will get the start in center. Trumbo in right. Seager at third base. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Logan Morrison back in the lineup at first base. And Mike Zunino will do the catching tonight.
American League MVP Mike Trout. To the All-Star game again in tight.
And you can see the numbers against Felix.
Well, home runs for him yesterday in Denver. It was 23 and 24. They said one got out so quickly it was in a blink. Mike Scioscia was saying, and he hit it through the heavy air, pretty much straightaway center field at 477 feet. He said, can you imagine if it had been a dry day in Denver, how far it would have gone? 2-0. Calhoun with plus speed at second base.
I think one of the things, and we've talked about it when the Mariners have played the Angels, and one of the reasons why Trout has had success against Felix. Felix typically, if you think of all of his pitches, they're all moving down. And Trout is a very good low ball hitter. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's had success against Felix.
Good movement on that pitch, boring in on him. 2-2.
Felix throws fastball about 45% of the time. Curveball up this year at 20%. And of course the changeup at 30%. Occasional slider from him.
Making their voices heard here at Safeco Field. Mike Trout second to Pujols in strike and home runs with 24. Pujols on deck. He's got 26, the American League leader.
I think one of the neatest things going in the American League right now is Felix at home with the court when he leaves the bullpen and walks across the field. Court just goes crazy out there when he walks out of the pen.
It's like watching a matador come in, right?
It really is. Good call.
2-2 to Trout. Fouled off. That gives you an idea how hot Trout's been. His last 10 games, as you mentioned, won their last 5 to draw to within a game and a half of first place Houston. Albert's on deck. 2-2 pitch.
When you look at this matchup today between Felix and Richards, Dave, it reminds me of when Felix and Archer went at it in Tampa earlier this year. And I still believe that Felix ended up winning that ball game because he outlasted Archer. And I think that might be the case today. So the pitch counts will be critical in this ball game. If Felix can get deep into the game and outlast Richards, who's usually going to go 7 innings, that could be a big key in this game. What a battle going on right now.
Goes back to what you were just talking about, him being able to hit that low ball. He's staying down in the zone. And he's fouling off all his pitches that are down.
Well, the last pitch was his changeup, obviously, and it was down out of the strike zone. But he's still able to put a pretty good swing on it. And this is what Trout does. He likes the ball down. As you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermoto, still able to get a piece. That pitch right there will put most hitters away.
Felix steals again at 2-2 to Trout. Blocked by Zunino. Calhoun will hold it, second, full count. Boy, best against the best here.
That's what we're getting. Be a lot of fun tonight. I was thinking about it. Maybe Felix, because of the numbers, be careful because he's handled the rest of the line to pitch around a little bit. That's not in Felix's DNA. He's going to go at him.
3-2. Strike him out. But Trout loses this battle in the first inning. 2 away here at Safeco Field.
Felix finally able to get a changeup in the dirt. Trout still trying to attack it. See what Felix has done lately against the Angels. His first 32 starts, 12-20 record. Last 11, 9-2. And look at the ERA. Drops from a 4.12 to a 1. An opponent's average cuts that in half. Really been dominant.
Superb. Albert Pujols. Home run leader in the American League, going to the All-Star game, participating in the home run derby. 546 career home runs. Felix had the better of this matchup over a period of time. He gets Trout on 9 pitches. Now he Hernandez battle with Pujols. That's playable for Mr. Morrison. Nice inning. Gives up a double that proves to be harmless. Nothing across for the Angels. The Mariners coming to bat. Good to have you with us here in Seattle at Safeco Field. Gotta like this matchup tonight. The Mariners' best against the Angels' best. Garrett Richards. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face him tonight.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it'll be Logan Morrison. Robinson Cano moves up. He will hit second. 4 of his 6 home runs this season coming in the last 15 games. He's been a hot hitter for the Mariners. The DH today will be Nelson Cruz. Seager, Smith, and Ackley hitting in the middle of the lineup. Trumbo with 3 hits yesterday, batting 7th. Miller and Zunino rounding out the 9 for the Mariners. And for Richards on the year, 9-5 record, a 3.35 ERA. In 94 innings, he has 74 strikeouts to 34 walks. Opponents hitting just .227 against him.
Be the 8th start for Richards against the Mariners. Almo looks at strike 1. Logan batting leadoff for the 20th time this season.
That first fastball at 96 miles an hour, and you will see that consistently today from 95 to 98 miles an hour from Richards.
1-1.
And that was his cutter at 97. And it's interesting to look at his average fastball, which is 95.3 miles an hour, and his cutter is at 95.3 miles an hour. So that's difficult for a hitter to try to size him up. He'll also mix in a slider, occasional curveball.
A couple of years ago, he had a great game here into the 7th inning, featuring that fastball, and then Kendrys Morales caught up with a slider to beat him. 2-run shot. Good to have Lloyd McClendon back from funeral services. His youngest sister Angela passed away last week. Good to have the skipper back. Count goes to 3-1. Mariners hoping for a good weekend here against these Angels. Mariners in 4th place, 9 back of Houston. To pick up some ground on Texas. Texas 2 games ahead of the Mariners. Angels 7.5. High drive. That is going to leave the yard. Lomo with a home run and put the Mariners on the board. 1-0 here in the first inning. 12th home run. That surpasses last year's total. Great start to this ball game for the Mariners. Got it on a 2-1 pitch.
For Logan gets ahead in the count. He knows that Richards likes to throw his fastball and his cut fastball a lot. As you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo, and he's able to catch up to it. Hits it right out in front of home plate. Head down.
That is way up there. Well done. 12th homer, 32nd RBI from Larson. A good swing on it. Cano deep. It is off the fence. Gets into second with a double. What a start. Home run and a double for the Mariners. Cano with his 22nd base hit of the season. 22nd double. And extends his hitting streak to 4 ball games.
And Dave, you were talking about the slider, and I think that's what Cano gets. 88 miles an hour out front, but look at his head right down in the hitting area. We take a look at the Angels defense. Mike Trout in center field. He can go get it with the best of them. Cole Calhoun and right, a strong throwing arm. Featherston getting the start at third base. Ivar and Giavotella playing up the middle. Albert Pujols at first base. And Perez will do the catching tonight. But a good start for the Mariners.
Logan Marson, first time he's led off a game with a home run, a double by Cano. Here's Cruz. Here's 3 for 17 against Richards. Only looking for his 3rd hit on this homestand. Cano will hold as Ibar throws over to Pujols.
Another look at the swing by Cano. He is really starting to barrel the ball up. Even though he was out in front of the slider, again, 88 miles an hour, was able to keep his hands back, head in the hitting area, and hits it right out the middle of the wall for the double. Batting average going up, starting to drive the ball. Good sign for the Mariners.
Talking to him before the game. He is still supremely confident that this team is going to get rolling here. Mariners' longest winning streak so far this season is 4 games. They want to get on a couple of rips where they can go 8 out of 10. To Seager. 7 for 25 against Richards. Giavotella can't get it. Base hit. Here comes Cano. Round third. Calhoun's got a good arm. Throw to the plate. It is in time. They got him.
We just talked about it when we showed you the defensive alignment and the throw of Calhoun, how strong his arm is. Close play at the plate, but he threw an absolute strike, 1-hop strike. As Perez goes to put the tag on Robinson, trying to get his hand in there in time, and he is clearly out. What a throw. What a throw.
One of the better throws we've seen all year.
Well, when you consider what this pitching matchup is like, and when both of them settle in, it's going to be difficult to come up with runs. That's big time right there.
For Seth Smith. Smitty jumps on a pitch, lines it. Right field coming on is Calhoun, and he's there for the final out. A run on 3 hits for the Mariners. They've got an early 1-0 lead for Felix Hernandez. last couple of weeks. Big part of any kind of success the Mariners are going to have. Safeco Field's going to be rocking Friday, July 24th. That's because it's fireworks night, and it features a post-game sing-along set to some of the best rock and roll songs ever. Make plans to join us for Mariners Fireworks Night, presented by Seattle City Light. When you get your tickets at Mariners.com. Toronto, the high-scoring team in baseball, will be in town for that weekend series. Eric Ibar shows bunt, brings in Seager, takes a strike. Ibar, Matt Joyce, and C.J. Cron. 5, 6, and 7 here against Felix. Has a 1-0 lead on the Loma home run. Right to Cano. One away. Transactions made today by the Mariners. The roster moves. Let's see. Montero, Farquhar, and Nuno come back. Optioned. White Bay to Tacoma. J. Happ to High Bakersfield. Charlie Furbush put on the 15-day DL. And Happ's not going to pitch for a while, and then explain that move.
Well, it gives them the option to have an extra hitter. They're going to face some left-handers. You see Montero, so it gives them an opportunity to have a hitter since we get coming up on the All-Star break. Happ wasn't going to pitch again before the break, and that's the only reason why the move was made. He's not going anywhere.
Santiago, Wilson, and Heaney, all left-handers, will finish out this series for the Angels. Matt Joyce, strike one.
Charlie Furbush, tendonitis in his left bicep, and he goes on the disabled list. And he's a big part of that bullpen. He's a left-hander that Lloyd looks to late in the ball game.
Lloyd said it's not serious. They didn't want to take a chance. Have him take advantage of the All-Star break. Get him healthy. Solid smash up the middle, base hit. Matt Joyce.
Matt Joyce having a tough year overall, hitting just 193 coming into the ball game, but he's able to line this ball back up the middle.
One out, one on here in the second. C.J. Cron DHing today. Mariners have held him in check. Broken bat looper. That'll drop in front of Seth Smith, digging for third. Throw is there. Safe. He must have missed the tag.
Yeah, they had his hand there, and then he took it away.
Good rotation by home plate umpire Jordan Baker to get on that play at third.
Take another look at shatters his bat. And this is part of the issue that the Mariners have, because the barrel of the bat with that jagged edge was flying right at Kyle. So Kyle had to back up a little bit and then retreat and try to get back to third in time. Strong throw by Seth, a little bit high, but Kyle still time to put the tag on. Watch him pull his arm back. And that's a swim move. Home plate umpire getting down to third. Jordan Baker making the call. Ends up tagging him on the leg. I'm not sure if his hand was on the base before Kyle tags him on the leg. It looked as if he missed his hand. It's a good slide by Joyce. So Kyle finishes him and he tags him on the leg. He tagged him on the leg. I think maybe he was out. Great effort by Joyce, but Kyle staying with the play ends up getting his leg right there. And his hand hasn't quite touched the base. So good play by Kyle to stay with it. Great effort by Joyce, though, going in, the old swim move.
It's like right about there before he touches it.
Just before. Hopefully that's enough. .600 frames a second allows us to see this. He is clearly touching his leg, and his hand has not reached the base yet.
Felix will stay warm while the umpires confer with New York. Joyce with Kyle Seager, third base coach Gary DiSarcina.
And you could see Kyle how deep he was at third. He was playing deep anyway, but then when the jagged edge of that bat started helicoptering, he knew the ball was over his head. He went back a couple of steps to avoid the bat, then had to hustle back into third with the aggressive base running by Joyce.
Certainly to the naked eye, you could see how he could call him out, but 600 frames per second. Might as well use the technology, Michael.
Might as well use it. And again, here it is. Kyle there in good shape, going to tag his hand, and he pulls his hand back away from him. I think he ended up touching him before his hand was in there, and he's out. Good break for the Mariners. Well done.
He's out 7-5. There's 2 away. Runner at first to C.J. Cron. That'll bring up the catcher, Carlos Perez. Two outs. 2 hours and 37 seconds. 2 hours. 2 minutes and 37 seconds. On that review, this one hit on a line to Seth Smith. Innings over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Felix and the Mariners lead 1-0. Calhoun. I don't know how many people are taking notice, but this guy can play.
Do a little bit of everything. This is probably the best throw we've seen on the year. Head high and throws a strike to the plate to just get Cano. What a big play in this ball game. Already a couple of outfield assists, one for Calhoun, and Seth Smith picks up the other one. That throw was about as good as it gets.
So Cano, who had doubled, trying to score on the base hit by Seager. Here's Dustin Ackley to lead things off. Big home run yesterday. Off of Richards and past the diving eye-bar. Base hit. Take a look at our Arco top-tier performer. Richards has really been tough. Starting pitchers, among starting pitchers, been super tough on the Mariners.
Come up, Pedro Martinez, 13-1.
That's extraordinary. So Ackley picking up where he left off yesterday. Had a big 2-run homer in the 4th inning. Brings up former Angel Mark Trumbo. Throw down to first. Back safely, exactly. There is a highly regarded young catcher. Good month so far for Mr. Trumbo. 6 for 10 on the homestand. 4-game hitting streak. We talked about it yesterday, Mike. He's working his way from the right side back to the left side. Looks like you're getting the eye back, the stroke back.
Well, the first thing that you have to do is you have to be able to see the baseball. And when you're getting out there too early, that front side will fly open and you lose it, especially anything that's middle away on the plate. And for Mark, he's made an adjustment. We've seen that here in this month, the numbers reflect it.
There's another base hit. Ackley can run. He'll get to third easily. Trumbo with the play ahead of him, in front of him. He's going to get to second with the double. How about the Mariners now with 5 hits against Garrett Richards? See if they can pick up these 2 runs.
And Trumbo again going the other way. This looks like the cut fastball. It's at 96 miles an hour. A tough pitch to hit. And Mark stays with it.
Third double for Trumbo.
He is definitely keeping his head in the hitting area longer. The next thing you look forward to, Dave, is for him to start hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
You're here. Brad Miller, 3 for 7 on the homestand. Chance to pick up a couple runs. Pujols to the bag. Runners have to hold. Bring up Mike Zunino after Pujols makes a play.
And with nobody out, the Angels had the shortstop and second baseman playing back. Pujols was playing even with the bag at first, and now they'll bring their infield in with the 1 out. Mike Zunino 4 for 8 with the home run against Richards.
A lot of room out there for him. 0-1. Mike just 1 for 9 on the homestand. Entered yesterday's game as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. Finished out the game. Runners at second and third for Mike Zunino. Mariners lead 1-0 on a Logan Morrison home run. Ackley scrambling back.
Carlos Perez, the catcher, he has quick feet. Strong throwing arm. You better stay alive on the bases.
One pitch. There we go, base hit. Ackley's going to score. Here's the throw from left field. Play at the plate, and Trumbo's out. Taking second on the throw is Zunino. Matt Joyce throwing out Trumbo trying to score. Nice job by Zunino to pick up a second run. Base hit, an RBI for Mike, his 19th run batted in.
And he hits it hard. He is now 5 for 9 off of Richards. He likes to hit his fastball, and he hits that one on the button. Take a look at Joyce throw up the line a little bit, but Perez having time to make the catch and dive back towards home to put the tag on Trumbo.
Back foot.
See if his heel hits the ground on the plate before he's tagged. That is close.
Very close. Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire. He's looking over at the Mariner dugout. White McClendon held his hands out and said, no, we're good. A couple of runners thrown out at the plate. 2-0 lead. Here's Morrison with Zunino at second base.
Only in the second inning, we've already had 3 outfield assists. Seth Smith with one of them. Joyce picks up one here, and of course the one by Calhoun in the first. Take another look, see if his heel hits the plate before the glove tags him. It's hard to tell. It is that close, though. The home plate umpire George Baker in great position to make the call.
1-0 to Morrison. Morrison with his 12th home run, leading off the home first. And gets away. Hit the umpire. You hear a groan there. It was Jordan Baker, home plate umpire. He's waving off his colleagues, and he's going to try to walk it off.
96-mile-an-hour fastball, and I don't think Perez ended up getting any piece of it at all. Not sure where it hit him. Set up on the outside corner.
Ooh, man.
Right in the thigh. It went right off the end of his glove, deflected it.
You don't mind giving a guy extra time to try to shake that one off.
That'll be a pass ball. Zunino moves up to third.
At least he can put up a wry smile for a moment. Easier said than done. Good job like that. Two nothing Mariner lead. 2 out. Zunino at third. Good count for Morrison at 2-0. Richards being very careful with Morrison. A 3-1 pitch, first inning. A home run to deep right center field. Takes a strike. Omo can keep it going. You get Robinson Cano on deck. Pitch. Strike 2.
Came back with a slider right on the outside corner. Didn't give in to him with a fastball.
Pitch to Morrison. Strike 3 called. Off speed pitch, got him looking. Mariners get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and leave a man and have a 2-0 lead. listeners, happy Felix night. Time now for a Geico This Date in MLB history. The great, and I mean the great, Leroy Satchel Paige became the oldest player to make his big league debut and also the first Negro League pitcher in the American League. He did that with Bill Beck's Cleveland Indians back in 1948. You ever get a chance to read any bio on him, and you'll read Buck O'Neill was his roommate for a lot of years, and the stories that Mr. O'Neill told about their days. My goodness. Some good baseball reading there.
Always miss Buck when we go into Kansas City.
That's the one bobblehead I do have. I kept that one. Bouncing ball goes to Miller. Good hop. Featherston retired. And
for years we would go into there, and he would be standing behind the batting cage during BP.
You must have loved that.
Loved it. Telling stories, and it was great.
His manner, I mean, he was just such a warm human being, just a wonderful guy. And when he would tell us stories, you're sitting there with your jaw hanging down, right?
Oh, it's terrific. I mean, it's baseball history, and it's a lesson every time you sit there. It's just great.
Here's Johnny Giavotella, shows bunt, takes a strike. Oh, that's beautiful. What? And I don't know. Tribute to the great the immortal Abbott Costello baseball comedy routine. Oh man, that's beautiful. Well done. Hey, Abbott. Giavotella behind Felix here, 1-2. Johnny had a game-winning hit to beat the Mariners down in Anaheim from the Kansas City Royals. Speedy recovery to Alex Gordon. Groin injury.
Yeah, that didn't look good at all.
No, it didn't. Not about 8 weeks. He was out of the All-Star game, and Brett Gardner of the Yankees will take his place. That was announced earlier this afternoon. Alex Gordon, just a fabulous left fielder. Kansas City Royals. 1-2 here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Felix with 1 strikeout. He got Mike Trout in a 9-pitch at bat in the first inning. Felix 2-0 against the Angels this season, an 0.90 ERA. Seager. That's Gold Glove quality, folks. 2 down.
First step quickness when you're playing third base, and Kyle Seager has that. Quick slide, an accurate throw makes it look easy. It's not. Another look at Kyle, Alaska Airlines Supermo. Went to a little bit of a spin so he can plant his right foot, get the throw off in a hurry.
Up high to right fielder Cole Calhoun. Double to left.
That's a gold patch on his glove. He's earned it.
Chop foul, 1-1. Calhoun with the double, and he threw out Cano at the plate. Home first. Double by Calhoun. Just his second career hit against Felix. Towards the line, Seth Smith. Felix has a nice third inning, going 1-2-3, retiring the Angels. When we come back, it'll be Cano, Cruz, and Seager.
Future so bright.
A little pug. He's a veteran. His 45th game, probably. Look at that dog. I get them all. The retrievers. Hey, Pooch. Good doggy. Boy, there's a corgi down the left. Chihuahua up top. Dachshund up the top right. Man, they got them all here. Did not go, says Andy Fletcher. So Cano in the count 2-0. Robbie Cano, Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager.
Cano with a double in his first at bat. You can see a 4-game hitting streak.
Two and one. First 2 innings of Mariners with a run on 3 hits in both frames. Backhanded by Featherston and throws at Cano. It wouldn't be summer at Safeco Field without Keybank's kids run around the bases. First event of the season is this Sunday against the Angels, closing out the first half of the season. And after the game, all youngsters invited to round the diamond, run around, have some fun. Pick up your tickets for the family right now at Mariners.com. Here is Nelson Cruz headed to the All-Star game. Finally grounded out the short his first time. Strike 2 barked out by Jordan Baker. Home run by Morrison, RBI single Zunino, counting to the Mariner runs. Mariners on the season against these Angels are 3-6, 1-2 here, 2-4 down in Anaheim.
Steady guy, the sliders. Cruz trying to hang in there, and that's tough. You know he has 97 with his fastball.
Oh, 2. High fly ball left center field. Trout making the call, and he's there. 2 outs here in the third. Time now for our CenturyLink What's Next? And coming up, here's your pitching matchups. The Angels throwing 3 lefties, so Mike Montgomery, Hisashi Iwakuma, and Taijuan Walker. Final 3 games of the first half of the season. Jesus Montero up here. No doubt we'll see him in probably all 3 games.
I would think so. That's the reason why they brought him up.
Swinging a hot bat down in Tacoma.
Yeah, and 3 left-handers going into the break.
Seager with a base hit to right. Cano tried to score second and was thrown out by Cole Calhoun back in the first inning. Ground ball to Giovitella. Easy inning. 2, 3, 4 hitters are retired. 1, 2, 3. Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Seattle Mariners baseball here in Root Sports is brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By AM/PM, too much good stuff. And by Clearwater Resort Casino, so many reasons to come out and play. Good luck at Lake Washington. Another beautiful day here in Seattle. Glad you're with us here for Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. And wonderful photo opportunity here for these ladies. There's Mike Trout to lead it off. Felix crowds him with that first pitch. Trout, 9-pitch at bat, first time up, struck out. Love the intensity. These two guys go head to head.
Two of the best competing.
Base hit left field.
We talk about it a lot with Felix and his changeup. You see the velocity, almost 88 miles an hour. Opponents average just 208 against it. They're slugging 254. Good numbers for him. Strike percentage, throwing it as hard as he does, and the amount of movement he gets at 65%. They chase it 42% of the time, and a swing and a miss 34% of the time. His changeup, one of the best pitches in the game.
And I like the tribute to David Bowie. Changes. Well done, folks. Albert Pujols.
We were talking about him when we were down in Anaheim, and Trout, really, he doesn't run as much as he had in his first couple of years. Only 9 stolen bases for him on the year. Even though, as far as speed goes, he's one of the fastest guys in the league.
Strike one, Pujols. Popped out to Morrison, first time up. Good career this guy's.
He's what a year he's having.
Jeez.
Already 26 home runs for him.
546 career, 2 short of tying Mike Schmidt, 15th all time. Runner goes, what a jump.
And fortunately it was fouled off. I think that's the key. I think he's going to pick his spots. I don't think Socha wants him to try to steal 40 or 50 bases. He's certainly capable of it, but I don't think he wants him to take that pounding on his body. He's so important to this club at home plate. Probably against Felix, it's worth the gamble, trying to figure out a way to score a run off of him.
So far, Felix with 1 strikeout. He's ahead of Pujols, 0-2. Pitch out, nothing doing. Trout at first, he stole 16 last year. 2013, 33, led the league with 49 back in 2012. And Pujols strikes out. Waved at that pitch in the dirt, a pitcher's pitch. That's Felix's second strikeout of the evening, 1 down.
And the chase percentage on the changeup is going to go up as you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Pujols. Felix almost bouncing that right off the top of the plate.
The always pesky Eric Adbar rounded out to Cano. How to get Trout picked off? No, he was able to get back.
I'm not sure how he was able to do that.
That is some athletic move because his momentum was going hard.
He's so strong, though, and you can see how far out he is as he dives back into the base. That is amazing.
My
and he
goodness.
was out. He was out.
Lloyd.
He looked as if he was out right there. They'll say no. That was an amazing athletic move right there.
Ibar couldn't hold up. There's the strike. Hold on. Fly ball, and it's going to get out of play. Phillies ahead of Ibar. One out with Trout at first. Phillies trying to retire one of several hot hitters on this ball club. Ibar with a 5-hit day on Friday. Long hold by Phillips. He's got 2 strikes. But had this been an earlier count, given how this kid can handle a bat?
No, you're right. I wouldn't be surprised. I think, though, with probably any other runner at first than Trout, they'll give him an opportunity to steal it if he's going to run. But with Ibar, you have to be careful with him, with anybody on base, on whatever base, because he will hit and run. Right. He can bunt. Butcher boy, which you never see anymore, but he'll still do it. Great play by Zunino again.
But even with Trout, I just, we've seen him too many times, you know.
Yeah, well, I know.
2-2.
One of the things we've talked about with Ibar is a headsy player. He really gets the game, and he'll try to take advantage of situations and positioning of the defense, and he will try to do all of that.
We've been working together 9 years. I think the Butcher boys you've seen have been by him, and probably 2 or 3 of them.
No, you're right. Absolutely.
Saved by Mike, full count.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Trout go here. 1 out, 3-2. He's going to probably go. Sosha betting that Ibar will put the ball in play and trying to stay out of the double play here.
Raised his batting average from 246 up to 279 entering tonight's game. Trout takes off, pitch, put it in play. Do stay out of the double play. And there's 2 outs with Trout at second base. Next Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday is this weekend. First 400 fans 21 and older in the pen during early happy hour. They get a Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Most fans will have the opportunity to win autographed Mariners merchandise tickets and more. 2 outs with Trout at second. 2-0 Mariner lead. Matt Joyce with a single to center in his first at bat. Strike 1. Home run by Morrison in the first inning, leading off the home first, and then a Zunino RBI single in the second have accounted for the 2 Mariner runs. Center field, Ackley. Right there, and Trout gets the second and no farther. 2-0 Mariners. Protect our West. Now until August 31st, a portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at wffoundation.org. Beautiful sight. Lake Bourne. As we welcome you back here to Safeco Field, where the Mariners have a 2-0 lead on the Angels. The surging Angels in second place in the West, only a game and a half behind Houston. Seth Smith leads off and takes ball one. He lined out to right in his first at bat. Good crowd on hand, 28,131. Smitty goes the other way, base hit. Good start to the fourth. Don't forget, stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. We'll go back to that point you made a couple of days ago about Smith. When we saw him, Colorado, San Diego, Oakland, dead pull. He's done a terrific job this year.
Using the whole field.
Yeah, man. He's been good.
I mean, they had the shift on right there with him hitting, and he went against it again.
Strike one to Ackley.
Ackley scored the second run for the Mariners. Had a base hit, leadoff base hit in the second inning. Line drive right back up the middle.
Wrestling with a 6th home run yesterday. A 2-run shot. Outside, 1-1. Goes the other way as well. Eight hits for the Mariners against Garrett Richards as we play here in the fourth. First 2 men have reached.
And good hitting. This pitch is on the outside corner at the knees. As you look at the Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Ackley, it's a curveball, 82 miles an hour. Stays with it. Starting to heat up. The big home run yesterday. A couple of hits already today.
Trumbo, first time up, extended his hitting streak to 5 games, doubled down the right field line. Ball one. Richards retired the Mariners in order, 1-2-3 in the third. Back-to-back opposite field singles by lefty swinging Smith and Ackley here in the fourth. Trumbo with another lefty on deck. Brad Miller, one of 6 left-handers in Lloyd McClendon's lineup tonight. Did not go as they check with Bill Miller at first.
Mariners so far tonight, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Market improvement on yesterday's 0 for 14.
Yes.
151 is what they hit runners in scoring position against Detroit. 5 for 33. Call it strike 2-2. Nobody out, a couple of men aboard. 2-2 to Trumbo. Trumbo trying to make some noise here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tied him up. Ball 3. Full count.
Good fastball at 95 miles an hour. Trying to run it in on his hands.
Big pitch, 3-2. Bases are loaded for Brad Miller. First walk of the ball game.
And the Mariners continue to put the pressure on Richards. Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the Angels, making a trip out to the mound.
7 of the 9 players have already hit safely. Miller looking to join that parade. Miller and Cruz. Invitation still on the table.
Long conversation, Mike Butcher, the pitching coach.
Well, they got Richards on the ropes here. Bases loaded, nobody out, a 2-0 lead, a chance to break this thing open. Miller's 0 for 3 with bases loaded this season, got a couple runs batted in. Detroit beat Minnesota tonight, 4-2. David Price gets the win. He pitched 8 innings, a 2-run ball, 8 Ks. He's 92 on the season.
Infield in for the Angels.
Way outside to Brett. Rounded out the Pujols first time.
I think in this situation, if anybody else other than Felix is on the mound right now, they probably keep their infield back, trying to stay away from the big inning. But Mike Scioscia does not want to give up another run with Felix pitching the way that he is.
1-0. Right field on the line. Calhoun makes the grab, coming home and scoring for the third. Safe. Seth Smith scores on the sac fly by Brad Miller. Ackley goes to third. Mariners have a 3-0 lead. For Brad Miller, his 26th run batted in.
And a good play by Ackley to go back and tag up as well, get himself in to scoring position with just 1 out after the fly ball from Miller. Mike Scioscia, but it looked as if Ackley was fine.
Felix Hernandez, a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, enjoying some run support tonight.
1 out, runner at third, first and third. Trumbo at first, Ackley over at third base. Here's Mike Zunino, drove in a run last time up. Base hit to left. That was in the second inning.
Might be the first time in 2 years we've seen Zunino try to get out of the way of a pitch.
Good call.
You can see it when he stepped back and he looked at the dugout and had a smile on his face.
He's not opposed to wearing it periodically.
No,
he's been hit 4 times. That's the most in the ball club. Was hit 17 times last year. Among the leaders in the league.
Oh,
that will get it done. High drive, deep left center field. Trout making the call, and he makes the catch. But Ackley will tag and score easily. Zunino drives in a run to make it 4-0. Mariners in for Mike Z. 2 ribbies tonight. And the Mariners doing the little things here.
All those runners on third and less than 2 outs. Good to see. I think this must have been a cutter because I thought Mike had enough of it. Probably hits it off towards the end of the bat. Take a look at it. Yeah, it is the cutter. Just missed it.
There's production out of the bottom of the order. Miller batting 8th with a sacrifice fly. Zunino batting 9th is driven in 2. Now Lomo off the home first with his 12th home run. Struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch in the second inning. That leadoff homer by Morrison joins Austin Jackson and Seth Smith in that category. Morrison, the 6th man to the plate here in the 4th inning. One pitch to Logan. 2 strikes. 2 outs. Trumbo at first. 2 runs in. Mariners have 4 runs on 8 hits. No runs, 4 hits for the Angels. Felix has struck out 2, hasn't walked anybody. Quick hands by Pujols. Takes away extra bases. Productive inning nonetheless. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. To the 5th inning we go, and Felix and the Mariners lead 4-0.
Disneyland already has the title of happiest place on earth, but what about favorite place on earth for here at Safeco Field? That's what Alex says, enjoying our favorite place on earth, watching the King. And then Gemma is strong on her for her date, or her date is really slight. I'm not really sure, but they're on the throne there in the King's Court. Guys, remember to use the hashtag #WhereIRoot on social media.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. C.J. Cron leads off, followed by Carlos Perez and Taylor Featherston. 7-8-9 against Felix. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Mariners have staked Felix to a lead, Mike.
Some early run support for Felix.
Refreshing. 1-1.
Felix, his pitch count in good shape. 57 pitches working here in the 5th inning.
Gave up first inning double to Calhoun. Singles to Joyce and Cron in the 2nd. And a Trout single in the 4th. It's 3-1 here. That's baseball. Look at that. 357 over 52, and then they combined for 3 for 5 tonight. Alex has battled back to a full count. Looking for strikeout number 3. And he gets it. One away here in the 5th.
Felix going with his fastball, and it's a good fastball, 93 miles an hour. It's a lot of the plate, but right at the bottom of the zone. Mike Zunino, good job giving the umpire a good look at it.
Perez, the catcher, lined out to left field. Talking to Mike Scioscia tonight before the game, he was really lauding Felix's game management. Said it's really good. There's an incredible game feel. Oh, another flying bat. Seager had it all the way, so he didn't have to move as that line drive goes to Miller. It's scary. You've been down on that, seen that helicopter with the jagged edge coming. That's not fun.
No, and like you said, though, at least this time the ball headed towards Miller, because sometimes you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo in the swing. You even though you see the ground ball coming to you, you can see the barrel in your area, and typically you'll flinch a little bit.
Felix had a good eye on it. He was ducking. It's not fun when somebody's playing javelin from 90 feet.
No, I've been out there when the barrel is coming at you and you're trying to field a ground ball. It's not a lot of fun.
Featherston grounded out to Brad Miller first time. You can hear the Felix faithful at Kings Court. The 0-2 pitch. Pounding foul. Best section in baseball. The 0-2 pitch is down low.
Felix trying to get the strikeout with his changeup, 2 in a row.
Johnny Giavotella, leadoff man's on deck. There's 1-2. Right to Cano. His friendly hop. Throws him out. Felix, nice clean innings. Retired the last 6 men that he's faced as he enjoys a 4-0 lead. Felix, he has a 4-0 lead. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar. Brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Going to wrap up the first half of the season on Sunday. 3 left-handers on the docket for the Angels over the next 3 days. Start the second half of the season in New York. 3 there, 4 in Detroit, and come home for Toronto and Arizona. Arizona playing some good ball. They moved up to second place in the National League West. Here's Cano. Ball 1. Double to right center and a ground out to third tonight. Extended his hitting streak to 4 games. Morrison with a home run, a sacrifice fly from Miller. Zunino, an RBI single and a sacrifice fly for the Mariner runs tonight. All 2 strikes.
And for Cano tonight, you mentioned the double, hit the ball hard right at third base. Featherston made a pretty good play, backhanded play, and he was right on that fastball as he fouled it straight back. Really starting to see him get the barrel to the ball a lot more often over the last couple of weeks.
Laid off of that pitch. 2-2. Cano, Cruz, and Seager here in the 5th. Trout watching this one slice away from him. He adjusts on the track and makes the catch. One away here in the 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated at the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Nelson Cruz for his 3rd time, a ground out and a fly out tonight, 0 for 2. Big swing and a miss. One of the bright young pitchers in baseball, Jose Fernandez, won his 2nd start of the season, coming off the DL tonight.
I saw some of that. He was throwing an easy 97.
Miami beat Cincinnati 2-0. Fernandez went 7 innings, 9 Ks, 6 hits. It's 22-0. And I checked that, 14-0 with 22 starts at Marlins Park. Might be enough. It is. Trout was playing deep. Base hit. Good 2-strike hitting by Cruz.
He gets a slider. He hits it towards the end of the bat. Jams him a little bit. Already the 9th hit for the Mariners off of Richards tonight.
That is really good. Keep bringing in the runs. Kyle Seager's 1 for 2 tonight. Single to right, round out the 2nd.
8 of the 9 Mariners in the lineup tonight have base hits. Only one that doesn't is Brad Miller, but he picked up an RBI, hit the ball hard out to right field for a sacrifice fly.
Red's 26th run batted in. Up and in. Kyle 1-1. Kyle 8 for 27 against Garrett Richards. Fouled into the glove of Perez. 1-2. over the outreach glove of Eric Adbar. Another base hit for the Mariners. They have 2 on, 1 out here in the 5th. 2-hit night for Seager. Guys are doing a good job using the entire field tonight.
No, they are. They're attacking the fastball tonight. This is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Kyle staying inside of it. Solid line drive over the shortstop's head. Look at Ibar out of his reach. Already 10 hits for the Mariners. Seth Smith with a base hit his last time up, scored a run in the 4th inning.
On 1 to Seth. Seth with 7 home runs, 22 runs batted in. He's got a 1-0 count. 1-1. Has he hit about what you expected, or has he surpassed your expectations?
Seth?
Yeah.
I think he's been much better than what I expected. And the only area that is, I expected him to be more aggressive, maybe seeing a couple 2 or 3 pitches in at bat. But he really makes the pitcher work.
And that has surprised me. His patience has been out, and he's got a great eye.
Yeah, and the other thing is what you pointed out earlier in the game, Dave, and the fact that he's using the entire field. I expected him to pull more. So have the defenses with the way that they've set him up, but starting to pick up some base hits in the left field.
Here's a wild pitch. Runners move up.
Throw a curveball, and I think it just barely clears the grass, and it just barely clears the grass. Not a chance for Perez to try to block it. Almost hit Seth with it. Angels have their infield in again.
One out, runners at second and third. A good count for Smitty at 2-1. Indeed goes his home plate umpire Jordan Baker. 2-2. Couple runs out there for Seth Smith. Richards deals 2-2. Full count. Nice job by Perez to catch it. Austin Ackley waits his turn. He's had a good night. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Richards a 13-game winner last year. Mariners have a chance to knock him out of the box here. Mariners home batting average with runners in scoring position starting tonight 185, but tonight they're 2 for 5. They're looking for more here. 3-2 to Smith. And put him in between, and Seth strikes out. Second strikeout for Richards. There's 2 outs here in the 5th for Dustin Ackley. The ultimate cap for guys complete with a built-in bottle opener. It's yours when you join us for EQC Guys Night Out tomorrow at 7:10. For only $40, you'll receive a cap, select main or terrace club level ticket, plus your first drink. Guys Night Out tickets are available now at Mariners.com/guys. Tonight belongs to the Canines. Park at the park. That was Rio, police dog he just took a look at. 1-0 to Ackley.
One of the other things that is good about tonight, the Mariners swinging the bat the way they have, is Felix has had plenty of rest in between innings.
Four runs on 10 hits for the Mariners. Couple of men on right now with 2 outs. No runs on 4 hits for the Angels. Bouncing ball goes to Giavotella. Only 2 runners stranded. We go to the 6th. The Mariners and Felix lead at 4-0. Changer, and the focus is on Felix Hernandez. Takes that little girl's knife. Trout fishing. And a crowd. That was a big bat. 9 pitches back to get Trout. To this point, Felix has struck out 3 and has retired the last 6 men that he's faced. Got some early run support. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth.
That's really helped him tonight. His fastball command has been excellent. Had the great changeup, but you can tell right there, first pitch strikes, 14 first pitch strikes to 18 batters he has faced. Also mixed in his curveball and his slider. A bit of everything going for him tonight.
He's got the top of the order here in the 6th. Giavotella, Calhoun, and Trout. Now the first pitch strike. Johnny 0 for 2. Seager made a nice play on him last time up in the 3rd. Strike 2 to Johnny. Five consecutive wins for these Angels. Recent scoring rampage. Bludgeoned Texas and Colorado, sweeping those 5 games, outscoring them 46-12. Hot streak has improved their standing in the West, only a 1.5 games behind first place Houston. One and 2.
.71 pitches, 52 strikes from Felix tonight. And again, 20 batters faced, now 16 first pitch strikes.
Alex sitting on 3 strikeouts. Put in play. Seager has to charge. Goes barehand. Throws. Got him. Fine play. It's twice now he's taking hits away from Gianvitella.
I think they're going to take a look at this one, but it's a fine play by Kyle. With 2 strikes, playing D, comes in. The barehanded play. Almost has a change-up grip. You can see him change his grip right there. And they just get him. They just get him. Good play by Kyle. It's been busy tonight. Some tough plays.
One out here in the 6th. Houston has already lost 3-1 at Cleveland. A's lost at the Yankees this afternoon 6-2. Texas with the night off. Calhoun swinging a miss. Cole with a double and a fly to left. Took a violent swing at that breaking ball down and in. Three strikeouts, no walks. No runs, 4 hits. Take the walk up the mound, regroup. One-two pitch. Could not entice him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Trout on deck. 1 for 2 tonight. Base hit to left field, back and forth. Two-two pitch struck him out. 4th K tonight. 2 away in the 6th.
Let's take another look at the play that Kyle Seager made to help Felix out. He's going to come in charging this ball barehand. Look how quickly he gets rid of it. The key is always throwing off the right foot, which is a big key to it. And again, things happen quickly. Kyle was playing deep with 2 strikes. Ball really still rolling at a pretty good pace. But here's what I want you to look at. Kyle catches it. That is a change-up grip right there. Most third basemen will just throw it. But for Kyle, he makes an adjustment in his hand. And that adjustment is where he gets the good 4-seamer and is able to put a little something on it. That is not easy to do and get your steps right to throw off of your right foot the way that he did. And again, watch the grip right here. That's a change-up grip right there. He's just trying to catch the ball, and then as he starts to throw it, you can see him release the ball so that he can get a better 2-seam grip on it and get rid of it. That's pretty good right there. That is hard to do when you're moving that fast.
And 2 to Trout as he fouls one back. Ellis has retired the last 8 men. One and 2 to Trout. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Moved his feet, 2-2. 0-2 to Trout. Struck him out. 5 Ks for Felix. He's retired 9 consecutive hitters in 13 of the last 14. He's got a 4-0 lead as we bark in the park here at Safeco Field. His belt, maybe he's en route to his 3rd here as he is dealing against these Angels through 6. He's retired the last 9 straight, 13 of the last 14. A couple of big strikeouts at Calhoun and Trout in the 6th. He's got 5 Ks on the night, hasn't walked anybody. Here's Mike Trumbo. Bottom 3rd of the order. Trumbo, Miller, and Zunino. Double and a walk. Trumbo thrown out at the plate by Matt Joyce back in the 2nd inning, trying to score on Mike Zunino. So fouled off. Mariners have gotten to Garrett Richards 4 runs, 10 hits. Richards has struck out 2 and walked 1. Two strikes. Trumbo with that 2nd inning double extended his hitting streak to 5 games. Boy, Jordan Baker's the umpire's already been hit once in the leg.
With a pretty good fastball. 96 miles an hour hit him in the leg. Everybody flinching on that one. That's probably the 3rd time we've seen Richard just spike his breaking ball. Barely getting it to the dirt. It's clearing the grass.
Jordan will be thrilled to be at 3rd base tomorrow night. 2-2. Jumbo's got a long distance ball coming sooner than later. Really got to like the way he's worked his way back into a nice little groove here.
Have to start somewhere. He is starting to build on it. Talked about the base hits he was getting to right field. Has one in this game.
2-2. Gets through. How about that? Good for him. 2-hit night for Mark Trumbo. That base hit. Got his batting average over 200 off the interstate.
On base all 3 times tonight. A couple of base hits and a walk.
Brad Miller's the only Mariner who's not picked up a hit in a pinch run with Goody. Gutierrez going to pinch run for Mike Trumbo. Good night for Trumbo. 2 for 2 with a walk.
Franklin probably going to come in for defense, and may as well have him run.
Goody's at first. Brad Miller looks at strike one.
Brad picked up an RBI his last time up, sacrifice fly in the right field. Brad has been a hot hitter over the last 13 games, 366, 4 doubles, a couple of home runs, and 6 RBIs.
Squeezing that breaking ball too tight.
He hasn't been real sharp tonight. We've seen him much better. A lot of his fastballs in the middle of the plate tonight.
Cesar Ramos warming up. Brad get caught in between there, 1-2. Pitch outside. Rams trying to keep the pressure on, apply the knockout blow here to the Angels ace Garrett Richards. 2-2. That swings through. One away, and it's the third strikeout for Garrett Richards. Slug your way to the Home Run Derby crown and master the free award-winning game millions are playing. Download MLB.com Home Run Derby free on the App Store and Google Play.
Mike Zunino having a good night. Solid line drive, base hit in the left field to drive in a run his first time up, and then a sacrifice fly.
Strike one to Mike. There's 2 runs batted in since mid-May when the Padres were here. The other way, base hit. Goody will motor to third. As Calhoun will get it in. He slips. Everybody will hold their bases. So another base knock for the Mariners. It's number 12. And we take a look at our Seattle City Light power play. 3-1 pitch. Lomo leading off the home first. Sounded good. Looked good. It was good. As Mike Scioscia will come out and get his starter. Lomo with home run number 12. Great sight for him. Park in the park here tonight that Chase Garrett Richards. And the Mariners looking for more here in the 6th. the Mariners win, mention Mariners for a free Jumbo Jack with purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Green Lake, beautiful sight looking back towards downtown. And a Space Needle. Garrett Richards, Mariners roughed him up here tonight, Mike.
5 in the third, 12 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. 1 walk, just 3 strikeouts through 95 pitches, 61 of those for strikes. Cesar Ramos going to take over his 34th appearance on the year. He's pitched well for the Angels, a 1.85 ERA, and 24 in the third. He has 18 strikeouts, only 5 walks.
Logan Morrison. Ground ball to Giavotella to Ibar, over to Pujols for the double play, and that'll do it. So 1 pitch thrown by Ramos. Mariners are turned away, but they do pick up their 5th multi-hit inning of this ball game and lead 4-0. He's knocked it down several pegs. 9 consecutive batters retired, 13 of the last 14. Having a good night with a 4-0 lead. Albert Pujols is going to lead off, and he's having another prolific season at the plate. But earlier in the ballgame, Mike, he flashed some really good leather.
The Mariners are trying to test him down at first, but take a look at this as he smothers this ball. A little in-between hop. Moving around a lot better. He's finally healthy. And then right here, Logan Morrison hits a shot at him. A hockey goalie able to handle it. For the first half, he has had 26 home runs, 56 RBIs.
The platform has been solid. He's got the good legs again. It's painful watching him the last year and a half. Remember that 2 years ago? Remember he hit a ground ball and he looked like Walter Brennan. The McCoys, the real McCoys, are getting down first base. It's painful to look at. Pujols, Ibar, and Joyce 4, 5, and 6. Going over to get it is Ackley. Good jump. Albert lines out. And there's one away here in the 7th. Take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Houston lost 3-1 to Cleveland. Rangers off tonight. A's lost at New York earlier today. Mariners would love to pick up some ground. This is a big series taking us through the All-Star break. One guy I talked to before the game he couldn't have been more upbeat, was Robinson Cano. Oh, there he is again. Ibar, look at this. He did it again, Mike.
Nothing new, right? He was going to try it. Probably tried a couple of times in this series. Just a perfect bunt. Deaden it towards the line. Kyle was even playing even with the bag at third. Still no chance.
Rod Carew, if you're watching, I know you're digging that.
He would love it.
We've seen a lot of guys, like the percentage of guys who actually get that down fair the first time is really small.
And to kill it like that,
right?
You're just really taking advantage of Felix a little bit, because Felix typically will fall off the mound towards the first base side. He had much of a chance to really make a play on it.
5th hit for the Angels.
Felix has been on his game tonight. 24 batters faced, 19 first pitch strikes.
That bunt ended a run of 10 consecutive hitters retired.
It's only the second first pitch ball he's thrown in the last 3 innings. Franklin Gutierrez taking over in right field for Mark Trumbo. Trumbo had a good night. 2 for 2, had a double. On base all 3 times, mixed in a walk.
Extended his hitting streak to 5 games.
That walk turned out to be a big walk in the ball game after a couple of hits, because that loaded up the bases, and the Mariners on a couple of fly ball outs picked up a couple more runs. Sacrifice flies. One by Miller, the other by Zunino.
Two-0 pitch. Way outside. That Joyce. Tries to single and fly to center. Ibar with a bunt base hit, his second hit tonight. He's 2 for 3. I think that 1 for 3, beg your pardon. And a 4-pitch walk. First walk issued by Felix. 2 men aboard.
He's not happy about it. 4-run lead.
Bring up C.J. Cron. He's singled to left field and struck out looking. Now there's a double play depth. Up high, ball 1.
And Rick waits out of the dugout quickly. Felix 91 pitches. Probably be his last inning once he gets a double play ball right here. Good to see him get deep in the game too after the last couple of games. The bullpen having to work 5 innings in yesterday's game and 5 innings the game before the extra inning game. So the bullpen's had to work a lot over the last 2 games. Boy, McClendon needed a start to get deep in the game, and nobody better than Felix.
Terrific gathering in the King's Court tonight. It's like the strike zone's moved on him. 2-0. Down Nuno, just recalled. 2-0 pitch. Yikes. 3-0. 7 consecutive balls.
That's after he's done nothing but command the strike zone tonight.
Five strikeouts, 1 walk. He's way behind 3-0. There's a strike. double play will ease his pain here. 3-1. 1 out. Foul ball. Strikeout wouldn't be too shabby either. Looking for that ground ball, a double play. Ball 4, and they are loaded. Brings a tying run to the plate.
Nuno getting loose in a hurry out in the bullpen.
Carlos Perez, couple of lineouts, one to left, one to short. Strike one. Certainly don't want the wheels coming off here. 4-0 lead. You got the bases loaded, 1 out. He's walked the last 2 after a line out to center. A terrific punt by Ibar. 0-1 pitch. Did he go? He did. 0-2. Bigger pitches we've seen in the ball game tonight. 0-2. Got it. Big strikeout, number 6 on the evening. 2 outs in the 7th.
And he goes with his best pitch, the changeup. 90 miles an hour. You can see the bottom drop out of it. That is a tough pitch to lay off of when you're in an 0-2 count.
Big strikeout.
Efren Navarro is going to pinch hit.
Lefty swinging Navarro. Rodney joining. Navarro 1 for 11 against Felix. Pinch hitting for Taylor Feathers to third baseman. Here comes Felix, ready, first pitch. Strike 1. Two outs and the bases loaded. Mariners holding on 4-0 here. Tying run at the plate. Ibar, Joyce, and Crone, the base runners. The 0-1. 0-1 there. Felix pitched himself into a jam, trying to get out of it now. Comes the 1-1 pitch to Navarro. Hit foul, 1-2.
Couple of good curveballs from Felix in this at bat. Talked about throwing his curveball more this year. A really good pitch for him. 102 pitches, 70 strikes. Opponent's hitting just 105 against his curveball this year.
And plenty of vocal support from the King's Court. Felix steals 1-2. Hit foul. Alfredo Griffin. Fine infielder in his playing days.
Phillies went right back to the curveball again.
Fired up crowd of 28,131, highlighted by the Kings Court to your left. Love how they build momentum into the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Put in play. Seager throws across, and Felix has escaped a bases loaded situation in the 7th. Pitched himself in, pitched himself out of trouble. 4-0 Mariners. How about stretching your mind as you consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list? Play today. Escapability. He's got it. My friends in football would just say stud. That's what he is, Felix Hernandez. His night over. He's shaking his head.
Not happy he put himself in that position with a couple of blocks, but he made some big pitches when he needed to.
That he did. Here's Robinson Cano. High fly ball. It's going to stay in the yard. Calhoun's under it. 1 away. When you head to Safeco Field tomorrow night for the Mariners game against these Angels, make sure you check out the mystery baseball sale benefiting Mariners Care. For $50, you buy a mystery bag that has a signed baseball from one of your favorite Mariners, including King Felix, the Boomstick, and more. David Freese takes over at third base. Featherston. Got a new cheerleader down there. You got him going. Boom, stick. Boom, stick. Base hit, right field. Ellie with back-to-back base hits on a 2-for-4 night. Keep your eye on the bus. Follow us from a safe distance on Twitter at Sound Transit. Over the years, when we watched Cruz when he was with the Rangers, he's a devastating power hitter, obviously, but I do not remember him using the field the way he has used it this year.
Giving the ball to right field. Yeah, no, you're right. And I mean, that obviously went out, nobody on, but we've seen him do it time and time again with runners in scoring position, how he hit the ball the other way.
Kyle Seager's got 2 hits tonight. First inning single to right. Fifth inning single to center. In between, he grounded out to second base.
And he's also helped Felix out with a couple of stellar defensive plays.
Ramos threw one pitch in the sixth, got a double play to end the inning. Oh, 2 here to Cobb. First of 4 with the Angels. Mariners trying to build on this 4-0 lead. 1-2. Mariners chased starter Garrett Richards, 5 1/3, 12 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Base hit up the middle for Kyle Seager. Have a night, 3 hits. One of Seattle's greatest sports fans, Shannon Love. Good to see him back. He was in the hospital. We were back and forth about a month or so ago. Always looking quite dapper.
Fernando Rodney getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Mariners knocking on the door again. That's 14 hits.
The Mariners are 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight.
Smith 0 for 1 against Ramos. Ramos in his first year with the Angels. After the last 4 seasons with Tampa Bay and 2 years in San Diego before that. Out of LA, lives in Pico Rivera, California. Mike Morin warming up. Two-0. 3-0 count here to Seth. Weston Eckley's on deck. 2 for 3 night, 2 runs scored. Rio to Smith. Takes a strike. Cruz at second, Seager at first. 1 out. Left 6 men aboard. Trying to score a few here. 3-1 pitch. Off the fist. Giavotella to Ibar. That's all they'll get.
Good hard slide by Kyle. We're looking at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the slide by Kyle. Good clean slide.
He was reaching for the bag as opposed to J.D. Martinez yesterday, who didn't. Joe West called him out on interference. First and third, 2 outs. 2 for 3 night for Ackler. Takes the first pitch, strike. I'd like to see this kind of collection. 5 guys, multi-hit nights.
Short of Kyle. Kyle has 3 hits tonight.
6th multi-hit inning for the Mariners. One pitch, runners at the corners. Takes ball 2. There's 3 hits in the 1st, 2nd, 2 in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3 here in the 7th. Bouncing ball, Giavotella is on the spot. And throws out Ackley. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, 7 complete, and a 4-0 Mariner lead. There's your line score for this evening. 4-0 Mariners in the first of 4 here against the second place Angels, as we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. And it was a happy Felix night. Made that young lady's night very pleasant. Good start there. Strikes out the 2 keystone guys there. Trout, Pujols. And on the night, Felix Mike with 6 Ks. Pitched himself out of trouble in the 7th inning.
Really the only time we saw him in some trouble. Good fastball command tonight. His changeup was excellent again. We talked about his curveball. Had it all working. A few sliders mixed in there. But overall, really good job. And he also was able to get some help from his defense tonight. And Felix, as usual, pumped up. He really competes. Lloyd McClendon back. Good to see Lloyd back. Missed 3 days. But for Felix, 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs. Couple of walks. They came in the 7th. 6 strikeouts, 104 pitches, 72 of those for strikes. And he faced 27 batters, 20 first pitch strike signs. Fernando Rodney will take over for the Mariners. And for Rodney on the year, his 36th appearance. 5.29 ERA, 34 innings. He has 28 strikeouts, 17 walks, only sitting 275.
To the outside corner to Johnny Giavotella. Saw Fernando in Tuesday's game. Mariners win that one 7-6. That's when Cano won it in the 11th.
In that game, Rodney was topping out at 98 miles an hour. Typically, he's in the mid-90s with a good changeup around 81.
Got in trouble giving up that home run to Cespedes, who turned around at 98 on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, 0-2.
That is a definite tip your cap to Mr. Cespedes, who's got ridiculous numbers against the Mariners in his brief career. 2-2. Felix, with his performance tonight, took his ERA from 3.02 to 2.84. Look out. Mendo 2-2. To his left, throws out the Angels' second baseman for the first out. Extraordinary moments happen every night in baseball, but on one night they all happen in one place. Don't miss the 86th All-Star Game. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Pacific next Tuesday on Fox. We'll see Nelson Cruz there, starting DH. Mike Trout there for his fourth All-Star game. Here's Cole Calhoun. Double fly to left and a strikeout. Calhoun 0 for 4 against Fernando. Good heater. Moore continues to heat up for the Angels. Two and one. Calhoun to be followed by Mike Trout. Two-one. High fly ball, deep right field, going back is Goody. Can't get it. Home run, Cole Calhoun. Fernando giving up another home run.
That one on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Calhoun turns it around for his 10th home run on the year.
6th home run given up by Fernando.
Right down the middle, belt tie.
Four-one ball game. Here's Mike Trout. Trout tonight struck out. Base hit to left and struck out. Exploded that bat. Miller. Gotta hurry. Dug out by Lomo. 2 outs. Well, here are a couple of guys who, in terms of scheduling, might either one could be the starter in the All-Star game. David Price had a fine performance, picked up a win, and Felix in line to get a W as well. Ned Yost has some really good choices. Pujols to hitter. 3 for 8 against Fernando. Cano placed properly. Throws out Albert, and then he'll do it. Home run by Calhoun. As the Angels on the board, it's 4-1 Mariners. and entertaining. Got the whole section to him with his playing the Pied Piper, trying to get his solo shot. They follow the bouncing ball here. Guy in a banana outfit. Oh, brother. Get out of the way, kid. Mike Moore takes over. All right-hander. Morin pitching to Franklin Gutierrez.
For Morin, his 23rd appearance on the year, a 5.82 ERA. 17 innings, 15 strikeouts, 6 walks. Opponents hitting .231 against him. Franklin Gutierrez with his first at bat of the night came on as a pinch runner for Trumbo.
1-1 on the Goody. Base hit. Getting it back in quickly is Matt Joyce. He hung it. Goody jumped all over it. Hey, do you want to win tickets to Nelson Cruz bobblehead night this Saturday against the Angels? Well, all you have to do is text Cruz to 71532 and you could win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box. Plus your very own 7-inch collectible of the All-Star.
Mariners with 15 hits tonight.
Brad Miller still looking for his first. Everybody else has entered the lineup as a base hit. Way out front there. Brad with a ground out to Pujols. Sacrifice fly and strikeout. On board now. Brad Miller with a base hit. It's hit number 16 for the Mariners, another multi-hit inning.
And they have been using the entire field, including Brad now as he goes the other way. Pick up a base hit. He's been a hot hitter. Good look at our Alaska Airlines Super Bowl and the swing by Brad Miller. Great situation for the Mariners. First and second, nobody out.
We're in the 8th, and that's the Mariners' 7th multi-hit inning. The only inning they didn't get a hit. They were tied 1-2-3 in the 3rd. Here's Zunino. Bunt. That's it foul.
Mike's had a good night. 2 for 2 tonight. Also has a sacrifice flies. Picked up a couple of RBIs. They're trying to get the bunt down.
Jose Alvarez warming up. Bunt's a good one. Freeze throws him out. The sacrifice 5-4. Nice job by Mike Z. 1 out, runners at second and third. Century Link Wets next. Nothing but left-handers the next 3 days for the Angels. Mariners counter with Montgomery, Iwakuma, and Taiwan Walker. Pitching change. Nice job on the sacrifice bunt by Mike Zunino. Mariners lead it 4-1. Trying to add to it here in the 8th. Runners at second and third. And taking over on the mound is Jose Alvarez for the Angels.
28 appearances on the year, a 3.38 ERA, 33 strikeouts in 34 2/3. Opponents hitting just 194 against him. And he will face Logan Morrison, the leadoff hitter.
20th time Logan's been the leadoff man for the Mariners, and boy, did he get this game off to a bang. 3-1 pitch, he homered. It's home run number 12. Trying to pick up a couple of runs here.
Angels have their infield in. Carson Smith getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Thrown in infield. 1-0 pitch. Marson 0 for 2 against Alvarez. Carson Smith, 9th inning is his. One and two from Alvarez, 25 years old, out of Barcelona, Venezuela. Came over from Detroit for Andrew Romine March of last year.
That last pitch to Logan was a good pitch to get in the air. Elevated fastball in the middle of the plate. Good pass on it, just missed it.
1-2. Couple of ducks on the pond for Mr. Morrison. 1-2. 2-2. Gutierrez at third and Brad Miller at second. Both gentlemen reaching on base hits. Sacrificed up the base by Mike Zunino. 2-2 pitch.
Logan battling away. He's had a couple of fastballs to handle. You see that last pitch felt high in the middle of the plate.
Here we go, 2-2. The middle, Ibar. Oh, now you got Brad Miller hung up between second and third. Now the throw to Goody, get him at the plate.
Fielder's choice 6-5-2.
Miller moves up to third. Marson safe at first. Runners at the corners. See if Robbie can pick up a run here.
I think somebody missed a sign right there, whether they're going on contact or not. Brad taking off right away, and Franklin wasn't going anywhere. See Franklin right away going to make it go through. It does not, so he stays there, and Brad took off. Gutierrez doing the right thing at that point.
Three men thrown out at the plate here this evening. Down the line, foul. Probably with the first inning double to right center since then, a ground out. Ball hit hard down to Featherston back in the third. Fly to center and a fly to right. That batting average up to 252. It dipped into the high 230s not too long ago. Recently, it's June 17th. Robbie was hitting at 236. 1-1 pitch. Taken for ball 2. Pitch. He didn't like that call.
And you can see on the EQC tracer, well off the plate away with that breaking ball.
Juice is wild here in the 8th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Get through. It does. Scoring is Miller. Morrison will get to third as Robbie Cano. RBI single makes it 5-1 Mariners. 2-hit night for Cano. 30th RBI.
Well, take a look at it. 2-strike hitting. Gets a fastball, is able to pull it through the right side of the infield.
Three-hit inning. The 4th 3-hit inning of this evening for the Mariners.
Mariners now with 17 hits tonight.
Freeze, bare hand throw, throws it wild. Scoring is Morrison. They're going to wave Cano now, slow him down and stop him at third base. All gifts accepted.
That will probably have Carson Smith sit down for those runs scoring here in this inning. Take a look at it. Braves really not much of a chance to throw Cruz out. He runs well. Never ended up getting a grip. Take a look at the grip. We showed earlier with Kyle Seager as he ends up getting this ball right at the end of the fingertips. Doesn't try to change the grip and just throws it like a knuckle curve.
That's what they did too. Boy.
That's a great look on the Alaska Airlines Supermo.
Single RBI, E5 in the throwing error. 6-1 Mariners. 3-hit night for Nelson Cruz. Picks up an RBI as well. Way outside. Perez had to work there.
And it looks like Carson Smith will take a seat.
Recall from Tacoma. 1-1 here to Kyle. 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes. A very good pass at that. Came up empty. 2-2 again with 2 outs and 2 on. Mariners with 18 hits, most this season in a game. Full count, paid off. All 4 bases are loaded. Seth Smith. What did Edgar say a couple of weeks ago? Get greedy?
Get greedy, absolutely.
Season best 18 hits tonight.
Seth 1 for 4 tonight with a run scored.
Strike 1 to Seth. First time he's seeing Alvarez. Seth, the 8th man to the plate. Giavotella knocks it down. Everybody's safe. Run scores. 7-1 Mariners. A single and an RBI.
And with that base hit, the Mariners are now 5 for 14 with runners in scoring position tonight as Cano comes in to score. Great effort by Giavotella, the second baseman.
Three runs in, base is still loaded with 2 outs. 9th man to the plate, Dustin Ackley. Chopper might be interesting. Barehand catch by Alvarez, and that will do it. Mariners strike for 3 more runs, leave them loaded at a 7-1 lead.
Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines after the final out. Jen Mueller is waiting down on the field to do a live interview. We'll hear from the skipper, Lloyd, McClendon, Brad, and Dave have all the highlights of this one, and we'll have more on a Dodger chasing history. He is more than halfway there. It's all coming up on Mariners Postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. Guys.
Angie, thank you so much. Good looking score up there. Mariners 7 runs on 19 hits. 7-1 lead over the Angels. First of 4 here. Closing out the first half of the season. Vidal Nuno will take over on the mound.
See the Mariners offense add to their lead. Give Carson Smith another day off before we go to the break. Take a look at Nuno on the year. This will be his 13th appearance, a 2.16 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 25 innings.
Eric Ibar bunted his way on in the 7th. Dropped it down the third baseline. It was a beauty. He's 1 for 3. Hit the bag. Going into center field. Two-hit night for the Angels shortstop. Going to bring up Matt Joyce. Mariners with a run in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the 8th. He had 3 runs on 5 hits and left them loaded in the 8th inning. Mariners tied their season best with that 5-hit 8th inning. Swing and a miss. They've done that 3 previous times during this season. One for 2 with a walk for Joyce. He's 1 and 2. Got back. One, 2. 2 and 2. Good night for Zunino at the plate. RBI single, sacrifice fly, base hit. He got down a sacrifice bunt. 2-2. Strike 3 called. 1 away. Joyce caught looking.
And he and Felix worked great together again tonight.
But McClendon popping out of the dugout.
Danny Farquhar getting loose in the pen.
Danny just rejoining the ball club today. So it'll be good to get Danny back in a groove here. Part of excellent bullpen last year. He's had his problems, been up and down with Tacoma. And he is back. Good to have him back. He takes over when we return. 7-1. Good to have Danny back in the fold here. There we go. Take a look at the pitching matchups for the rest of the series of CenturyLink. What's next? Mike Montgomery, Sashi Wakuma, Taiwan Walker. There's a trio of left-handers over the next 3 days. And get to see Jesus Montero.
Good left-handed matchup tomorrow with Santiago going against Montgomery. Both of them have pitched well this year.
C.J. Cron against Danny Farquhar.
For Danny on the year, 22 appearances, high ERA. Good to have him back here. Please work things out, send him down to work on a few things, and hopefully that's the case.
Danny, one of the quicker workers in the league. Runner goes, breaking ball, missed. Ball 2. Ibar takes second in difference. 2-1 the count. Past the diving Seager, they'll hold Ibar at third. That'll bring up the catcher Carlos Perez.
Diving effort by Kyle Seager at third, out of his reach. 2 at ninth for Cron.
Miller and Cano double play depth up the middle. 7-1 Mariners here in the 9th. Runners at the corners for the Angels. Two and one. It's the Angels' second trip to Seattle. Took 2 out of 3 in the opening series of the season. 3-1. Pitch. Back with a strike. Two. Bounce foul.
Something I'm sure Lloyd McClin did not want to do, and that was get Carson Smith up again, but Carson starting to get loose out of the pen.
3-2. Walked him to load the bases. Bring up David Freese. One away and the base is loaded. Top of the 9th. Mariners lead 7-1. Mariners have banged out 19 hits. There's Carson Smith.
Carson was getting loose in the bottom of the 8th inning, but then the Mariners tacked on the 3 runs, so Lloyd sat him down. Back up, getting loose again.
Backhand. Cano, 1-2. Ball game's over. Mariners win it 7-1. Take the first of this 4-game weekend set against the second-place Angels. Really good offense tonight, helping out Felix Hernandez win his 11th ball game.
Socha out of the dugout. He thought that Freese beat the double play. We'll take another look at it. Brad Miller with the backhanded play. And he looks like he's safe. We're not quite there yet, I don't think. safe.
Take a look at it. Another look. Definitely safe.
And you can see it right there, foot on the bag. Ball has to be in the back of Logan's glove, and it wasn't there yet.
Come out of this. 2 outs, a run in, and runners at the corners. First base umpire is Bill Miller. Safe. The game continues. Run on the board here in the 9th inning. And runners at the corners. You've got Freeze at first. C.J. Cron at third. Scoring on that play was Ibar. Top of the order, Giavotella. Ball 1 to Johnny. 0 for 4 night. 3 ground outs and a pop-up. Picking up an RBI on that fielder's choice, David Freeze. Danny behind 2-0. Balls, no strikes. Calhoun is on deck. Everyone. Marquardt looking for the final out, and not close. It's his second walk.
Lloyd
bases are loaded.
Yeah, Lloyd quickly out of the dugout because now you get into the trouble of the order. Calhoun due up. He's already homered, and then Trout will be on deck.
All right, so Danny is called back today. Inauspicious second go around with the ball club here. Leaves with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the Mariners, a 7-2 lead. Lloyd was reluctant to use Carson Smith. Now he needs him here to close this game out. Mariners, bases loaded. Tenuous because Cole Calhoun got his first hit against Fernando Rodney. 2-1 pitch, a home run back in the 8th. And now with Calhoun coming up, and now it has turned into a safe situation. Tying run on deck. Mariners turn to Carson Smith.
For Carson, his 37th appearance on the year, 1.80 ERA, 45 strikeouts with 35 innings. He has worked. Opponents hitting just 168 against him. Fastball in the mid-90s and a really good slider.
First pitch to Calhoun. Strike one. Calhoun 0 for 1 against Carson Smith. Sure want to get it over with right here. This is a tough enough customer, and after that you got Trout and Pujols. Outsing ball to Lomo, that'll get it done. So the Mariners win it 7-2. Felix is an 11-game winner. He's 11-5. Save goes to Carson Smith. Terrific offensive night for the Mariners as they bang out 19 hits. Game took 3 hours and 14 minutes. Mariners are now 2-2 on this homestand. And against the Angels, they are now 4-6. Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad and Dave Valley. Fellas?
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Mariners take it 7-2. They pound out 19 hits, a season-high 19 hits. And what a performance by Felix Hernandez, Val. Angels coming in, winners of 5 straight, averaging 9 runs a game. And look what the King did to the Halos tonight.
Yeah, just another dominating performance for this Angel lineup. He's been so good against him in his previous 8 starts. He continued again here tonight. 7 innings, only 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and very efficient with 104 pitches.
Gets it done. The bullpen gives up a couple, but offense, the story tonight. Felix and the offense. I don't think he needed 19 hits, but he'll take them. Everybody in the lineup got a knock tonight, and Jen Mueller has plenty of options for her post-game interview. Jen?
Not only did you have all those guys with hits, but you had 7 Mariners with 2 hits. Dustin Ackley, one of those guys. And Dustin, let's go back to the beginning of the game with Logan Morrison leading off with a home run. How much did that change how the rest of this played out?
Yeah, that just sets the tone right there. Anytime you have a guy like Logan leading off, and he can have that power surge for you right out the gate. That's huge. I mean, get your run on the board, and that's against a tough pitcher against Garrett Richards out there.
Speaking of Richards, you hadn't had as much success against him as other pitchers coming in. How were you seeing the ball so well tonight?
I think everybody collectively was seeing it great. I think we just we kept it simple, just tried to go up there, get our pitch, and not miss it. And we didn't try to do too much. We had a lot of singles tonight, scratched a lot of stuff together, and that's what it takes.
Is that maybe a response to making sure that you were scoring the runners in position tonight? I know there's been an emphasis the last couple days.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's not to put too much pressure on ourselves. I think at times when we're having those failures, I think we can put a lot of pressure, and I think it's just go out there, be simple, have fun, and you see the results tonight.
Well, then you might be leading into this next answer with 3 games remaining before the All-Star break. Does the team look at this series any differently?
I don't think so. I think every series is important from here on out. I mean, it's all crunch time. I think anytime you're playing your division, especially, it's real important games, and we're going to try to finish strong here.
Well, you certainly do that tonight with all those hits. Thank you, Dustin. A season-high 19 hits for the Mariners tonight.
All right, Jen, thank you. Ackley now a 4-game hitting streak. He said, Val, everybody had fun tonight. Everybody but probably Garrett Richards, the Angels starter, who's roughed up big time tonight. Let's take a look at a lot of the hits. Not all of them. That's 19 of them. Our game summary, Bruce Titus, Automotive Group game recap. First inning, here we go. Logan Morrison.
This is what gets it rolling right here. This was so needed with the team that was struggling with runners in scoring position. For Lomo to blast it off, get this game started on the right foot was critical.
That was his longest as a Mariner, 440 feet. And Mike Zunino RBI single.
Love to see the guy behind the plate come up with a big hit right here with runners in scoring position. Knocks in one, comes up later on.
So now it's 2-0. 4th inning, little productive outs as Brad Miller screecher to right field. Calhoun snags it, but doesn't get Smith at the dish. It's 3-0. Zunino again. Sacks fly.
These are the important things to play fundamental baseball. When they're going to give you a free run right here, you've got to take advantage of it, and the M's did it here tonight.
It's 4-0. Feeling good until, Cano. Here we go. A little knock there.
Don't you know? Big knock. Another two-hit RBI night for Robinson Cano. His bat is starting to come around.
It's 5-1, not done. Cruz, he had a 3-hit night. This is actually a base knock and an error. Another run scores. It's now 6-1. The single parade was not done. Here comes Seth Smith off the second baseman's glove.
Great effort right there by Giovatello, but just enough out of his reach for Seth Smith to come up with a base hit and an RBI.
So the Angels get one in the ninth. Threat, but Smith on for the one-out save. We take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Astros lose. Of course, the Angels do as well. Rangers 6.5 back. Mariners pick up a game now. It's just 8 back. And the A's at 10 back. So 3 more games to go. Chance to get even closer to not just the Rangers and Angels, but maybe even the Astros. Cano all smiles. Season high 19 hits for the Mariners. We'll go inside the clubhouse, give more reaction, try to talk to the King and the skipper on Mariners Postgame presented by Delta Airlines.